Yo guys, welcome to this new video. Today we have a war scenario. Well, we will redo the calling games and Slobby war. But yeah, Slobby and calling games had a lot of wars in history. Well yeah, they that's why Slobby is so big. That's because of this country. This country is was a part of Slobby, but they were actually a part of. They recognize that they are from Collingames. So in this war, we will have everyone, not everyone, but a country taking a side. So this country immediately joins the blue team as they recognize that they are Colin Gaming from Colin Gaming. Slobby fan is Slobbish. So that means that creates a war front line. This country absolutely hate Slobby. That makes Slobby the Slobby vlogger wake up. Calling Games fan will be on the blue team. And the last thing, all these countries take a side. Well, this country is an interesting one. So in the last video, you saw in the Slobby versus the Slobby fan versus Colin Gates fan. They joined the war with Slobby, but actually they hate Slobby. So I'm really wrong with that. So yeah, with these sides, let's start a war. Okay, with Slobby already has some troops in this country, as this country hates Slobby. As we know that because I said so. Yes, this person hates me for no reason, but that doesn't mean they're gonna declare war on. So yeah, with this frontline, Slobby has take over some of the country, and they are merely pushing into this country, for making this part fall to make frontline. And Slobby fan is very friendly towards Slobby. So yeah, the Slavish language is very very handy. It's very tough to handle, but it's just Slavish. So if you take a side, you have to get big Polish or Slavish. Well, Slavish is more of a peaceful, kind of calm language than Polish, because Polish is no, not like that. But it's very hard to pronounce. This country speaks Slavish, but they recognize they're from that they're Gaulish. So yeah, with this country being just a distraction for Slobby and Slobby fan, does make some pushes because they want to help out Slobby, and this is gonna give fan in this part. This is not going too well as Slobby reacts is not that strong towards calling games. So calling games makes push into Slobby Reacts. That makes Slobby a little bit worried. So they push out to capture this country. And that looks like something like this. So now that some sides has things on board, the worst part is that the Slav vlogger has done enough damage to this country. This country hates Slobby and has its own language, but they they are more pro Collingames than Slobby, so that's why they joined the blue team here. But they are getting crushed by Slobby fan because it's not Slobby fan, Slobby Reacts, because Slobby Reacts is stronger than them, and they already were. So yeah, with this they also push into to Collingames, making a fall line up here that takes over a lot of cities up here. Yeah, there are cities on the yeah, the border from Collingames from the Slav vlogger, because this is the more populated area than up here and here the middle. So and here are more of the cities, but you will find the capital city. So Slobby is a little bit more closer than that Slav vlogger is. So this push Slav fan pushes into Collingames from again the area where it's not populated, as well into the area from Collingames fan. This goes well as Collingames fan is just supporting Slobby, not Slobby, but Collingames on with troops. They are actually for nothing there. Anyways, in the more west eastern part, Slobby makes more advances into this country that doesn't like Slobby at all. They meet up and the country surrenders, as they are pretty useless to countries. Well, the Slobby X does defense hold on because of the Slobby music, because they are supporting Slobby X heavily, heavily, so they will get more parts of that. In this area, this does go well, but Collingames still holds out and plans to even thicken their push into Slav reacts. So now that the Collingames is actually very very focused on that area than up there. So that is kind of a problem, because it's pretty much that Slobby has the more advantage on sides. But if Collingames were to take over Slobby X, then they can push out, make Slobby music surrender, and then push out into to help out this country. But this country is more Slavish. I don't know why they actually picked the blue side, but they actually didn't like that. So yeah, with this part of the state of this country falls, that makes this country whole completion just destroyed. And the only part that is left is on this country that is still holding on as well, but they are not gonna do much because they are useless. And this makes the country completely weakened as the country surrenders. So there are two countries left on this side, and they didn't have any rights to declare war on Slobby. But yeah, Slobby is still holding on, and this event is called the the big invasion. So this means that they will defend defeat go stream rolling that is called Creek into the Slobby fan. Yeah, that's not Slobby fan, but that's the gaming fan. The capital of Devostia is almost captured. They capture it, and the country is completely demolished. So with this, that means that only Collingames is against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 countries, and Slobby's troops arriving. This means that, but Collingames does the unthinkable. They actually push out into Rex, but that's short lived because Slobby's troops are stronger than from Collingames. Yeah, Collingames is screwed here because they're taking too many. They have to defend a lot of their land because this is not going to end well for them. So with the Slobbies arriving into Soriax, the event makes it more worse for Collingames because the more taken over countries the Slobby vlogger makes it living hard for the even worse for doing that because they all captured all the cities around this area. That makes them kind of a little bit weak. The rest of this is just desert, I guess. I don't know what's there, but it doesn't look that kind of good to invade that. So with this Slobby music makes events into this part of Collingames. Yeah, very realistic, and this happens. Yeah, uh, yeah, that's not good. I think it's pretty much hope lost by they have they have to invade a lot. It was not that great of an option to invade Slobby Reacts because that makes Slobby calm. And Slobby helps out. So now the Slobby troops are here. They invade into Collingames. Collingames loses a lot of land. And this actually makes the more interesting because Collingames doesn't give up. They are not surrendering, but they are about to because they're not gonna take over. It's not their video. It's about the war, and if it's a war, this war already happened. So it was. I mean it's like a Slobby victory, but it was also a little bit awkward because it was for no reason. So yeah, this war ends up doing a lot of damage to both sides. They crash down. And yeah, the Collingames decides to surrender. And this makes the peace treaty worth it. But I'm not gonna draw it because it's a long peace treaty. So yeah, thank you for watching, and Joe.